So we are in progress.
Not regress,
Right.
not depressed.
No, none of that. None of that. So, today is one of my favorites rappers' birthday, Drake,
Boo.
Aubrey Graham.
Boo.
And I
Is
want
he a
to,
rapper now? Is he still a rapper?
well, I mean, what? He's
What?
like, what, a rap singer? Isn't that what they were calling him? Kind of like T-Pain,
I don't care.
kind of
I don't
like
know.
50 Cent, kind of like Ja Rule. I mean, he's a rapper. He raps.
Okay.
Majority, I would say. Or what? Are we just gonna call him an artist?
No, I wouldn't call him an artist.
Why not? Why wouldn't you call him an artist?
Because an artist is creative.
Drake is creative.
To you,
And to
a million people who
millions and billions of other people all over the world. But
okay.
he's definitely an artist. Like that
That's
could be debatable.
debatable.
So what? So what is
I like
he?
my artists to be original and not have other people write for them and not borrow from other people and not give them the credit. I'm just saying.
But he writes his stuff.
Does he?
Yes.
All of it?
I mean, no, I don't think all of it.
Who's that guy from LA that got beat up by Meek Mill?
I don't know,
That
Quentin
guy?
or somebody. What's his name? Quentin? Yeah, but I mean, all these artists use writers.
All of them?
A lot of them. A lot of
Yeah, but
artists.
I wouldn't call
A lot of artists use writers.
I wouldn't call them artists. Rappers too.
Don't necessarily use writers.
Rappers can too, but MCs do not. MCs write their own shit.
Right. So that kind of like leads me into today's topic about, like I feel like Drake should be in people's top fives. And
not in mine.
Okay, that's great. But I feel like, and I mean, music is all about preference. Music is all about preference.
Absolutely.
And everybody's top five is going to look different.
And that's what makes it great to have discussions like this. Like, I love to hear people's top five. I love it. I love to hear top 10, whoever, best singers, best rappers, best MCs, best producers. I love it because we all are different.
Yeah, and hip hop in itself is very competitive, and so I mean, I guess somebody has to be crowned king, crowned the best. Like, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation as well. But like I just feel like these top fives, like I said, are going to be all different.
Mm-hmm.
They're all about preference. They're subjective.
Yeah, I love it.
But what makes somebody a GOAT and what makes somebody, in that top five category? And I found, we all have our own like
opinions and
of what makes
preferences,
somebody,
and
you know what I'm saying?
Not stringent, but like, I guess like rules to how number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on it a little bit with Drake. When I was, trying to tell you how much I love him. And a lot of people, they say, they feel that, here's just a couple that I came across that were kind of cool. Must have written all their own work.
Bing.
Oh, and then this guy says that disqualifies Eazy-E. And we know how much
legend.
But
we knew that though.
We know, but he was also a legend, so maybe that's
but who sounds like Eazy-E though? Nobody sounds like Eazy-E.
Right, but there is a new guy named, to me, La Russell from Vallejo. He's kind of reminds me of Eazy-E. But anyway, so, okay, must have at least one album which has been considered a classic or a masterpiece.
I disagree.
Must have achieved enough success in the game to be known by most people with an opinion on hip-hop.
I disagree.
Must have at any point in time during their career exceeded all or most other rappers.
I disagree.
Most Most truly understand the art of hip hop and have songs that reflect that, relatable
Mm-hmm.
songs.
I agree.
And here's a list that is probably more close to what I would put somebody in my top five.
Yeah.
Lyricism,
Yes.
flow,
Yes.
flow delivery,
Sure.
song topics, song structure, content,
Sure.
vo- well, voice is like delivery, but yeah, a distinct voice, having a distinct, recognizable voice,
Mm.
instrumental beat, and your breath control, originality,
What's the
effort.
beat got to do with the artist?
Yeah, I don't know.
They
So,
got shit to do with
but
the artist.
no, yes, it does. Yes, it
Because
does.
I
I
could
think
listen. I wait. I could listen to Kendrick a cappella, and I'd still be entertained because I'm there for the flow. I'm not there for the beat. I'm there for the delivery, the flow. Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One can have no beat. Chuck D, I would listen. I will still listen.
yeah,
Like
and that's
that's
their
an MC.
problem. And that's their problem why I feel like some of those artists aren't crowned top five because of their beats, their instrumentals are lacking. And they're not songs. Like they're not
Yeah,
they're
there's
not
some. They
good
make songs.
songs. They're not
Kendrick don't
good.
make good songs.
No, no, no. Kendrick is different. Like I was thinking, more KRS-One, maybe more of the
They make
Rakims,
songs. Sound of the
more.
Police. My Philosophy. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah. I mean, they have. That's what. That's not. That's not. Okay, okay. Like for example,
Clean it
for
up. Clean
example.
it up.
No, no,
Clean it
no, no,
up.
no. I'm not cleaning anything up. For example, Little Wayne.
Okay.
Little Wayne has he to me he has 286 songs he released in like a couple years or whatever,
Okay.
and a lot of them, well, I think 11 went to like number one. And he's one of the greatest rappers of all time in my opinion. um
Debatable. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, all of it is debatable.
All of it is debatable.
Yeah, but so it's like they have multiple great songs. Like
To
KRS-One,
you,
he is a legend. Yeah, but you can't keep saying to you. I mean, it
it is
is
because it's all relative.
right.
We're bringing it up. Everything we saying
Yeah,
right now is opinion.
right.
It's our
Exactly.
opinion.
Exactly. But it's also facts though.
You know how
Some
many
of it is
albums
facts.
Chris has?
I'm sure he has a
He
lot of
has over
albums.
10 albums. I think he's almost at 20.
Okay, well that's great. But
So I mean,
but
he has albums, and Wayne has 200 songs?
Wayne has lots of albums too. He
Yeah.
has
So it's
he
like,
has charting.
why does that
He has
matter?
charting albums. He has charting songs, charting singles, and sales. I mean that's a factor that comes into play.
But
Is charting and sales.
we're doing charting versus not charting, and we're talking not deucing. I don't know what that is.
Everything. It's all
We're
factors.
and then
It's all
like
factors.
content versus content. Like, what's his content? What's he talking about?
Who?
Nothing.
Who?
Wayne, what's talking about? What's he talking about? Nothing.
But
What's
see,
Chris
okay,
talking
but
about?
then that's the other thing, like where preference comes in. I mean, there's rappers who like KRS-One brings awareness. There's mob rappers
And
like
skills
and
and
baller
braggadocious in
rappers.
hip hop.
You know what I mean? There's lyricism, all that stuff. So it just depends.
It
It
just
just
depends if
depends.
you want to hear ignorance or some pro life, pro black shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but not everybody wants to hear
100%. People want the drama. People
that
want the
stuff
drama.
all the time. And I
People want
don't think
the
it,
violence
it
and the
doesn't cross
negativity.
over. It doesn't cross over either.
It did. We had Arrested Development, who first of all these people I mentioned back in, who were obviously at their peak in the 90s, they made money off of their craft. That's why they're legends. That's why they're popular now. And still here now, and still able to live off of their, craft now.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm
it's
saying?
and it's all evolved. But why wasn't KRS-One? Why was he never given? Like, when did this like top 5 dead or alive like list even start? Like, that's what I kind of want to know. Like when, like,
I think it's just I think it's just for fun. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
I'm
think it
sure like
started in the
the
barbershops.
source
I think it
or
started in the
a double
barbershops because
XL
if you're in
or
the barber, if you're in the barbershops and it's a whole, and you're just with a bunch of dudes,
yeah.
that conversation comes up all the time.
Okay,
Opinions,
so why
everything happening
wasn't
in the street.
KRS-One put in that top five?
Who's top five though? What do you mean when you say that?
Because okay, when I say the top five,
Yeah, who do you
people
basing it
usually
on?
people
The source?
usually people usually say
Yeah.
the hip hop heads,
Mm-hmm.
the let's be clear, the purists, the hip hop heads or whatever, they'll say maybe these, not in any order, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Rakim, and wait, who am I forgetting? Somebody. But anyways, like
Wait, that was
those.
for
Oh,
Jay-Z,
and
Tupac,
Eminem,
Biggie.
Eminem.
Sure, yeah. But then in that same category with those same people, I would think maybe three of those people wouldn't be on that top five list
Yeah, but those
of
are the
hip
ones
hop
that.
purists.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, because this debate has been going on for, I don't know, what are we in 2021? Like, you started hearing this in the 2000s, where people just had to figure out who the top five rappers are, and those are usually the ones, But I feel like those should change. Like, I feel like those have evolved. Like,
But
there's so many.
who are you going by though?
I'm just going off of my knowledge of conversations that I've been in over the decades.
Me too. And if we're talking hip hop purists who are like, I'll
But
even put me in there, and then like people, other DJs around
yeah,
the way that I know, they won't say Jay-Z. They won't
yeah,
say Tupac.
right. They'll probably say Big Daddy Kane
Yeah.
or maybe
KRS
KRS
One.
One.
Yeah,
But
not
but
maybe.
but hip hop has evolved, and hip
Sure. So
hop
now you're going
is.
by age group or demographic or time. All those factors matter. Like we
Yeah,
said
we're in
earlier, it's
2021.
relative. Yeah.
We're in
So
2021.
kids aren't going to say Chris even after the
Hell
verses.
no.
They're
Yeah,
not going to say Big Daddy Kane. They're not going to say
never.
Chuck D. They're not going to
Nope.
say. They're probably not even going to say Jay Z, Eminem,
No, they
Tupac,
won't.
Biggie. They won't. They're going to
They
say
probably
whoever's
say
out
Little
right now.
Uzi Vert.
They're gonna say Lil Pump. They're gonna say Lil Wayne. They're gonna say
Seriously.
Kanye is their legend. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
And
I mean,
that's
I
but
get it.
that's what I'm just saying for us, for
Yes,
our show right here, right now.
R.
Like,
That's that Bay Area, yo.
sorry, I don't know.
For
Like,
R. The
like
pirate come out. I'm playing.
now I'm gonna forget what I was talking about. But
For our generation.
yes, for our generation. Now I'm like, did I say it right?
Yeah.
It has to evolve because hip hop has evolved.
For our generation, really?
Oh yes, absolutely.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, for this show, like it has to. There's so many sub genres of rap.
Sure. But for me,
It's not just purist.
I listen to.
It's
I
not
give
just
every.
purist.
I listen to everything, and
No,
I do. I listen, and that's how I can say I hate it, right?
right.
Because I
Exactly.
don't like trap. I tried it. It's not for my lane, so I don't like it. But
Okay.
you can't for anybody, in my opinion, you can't. I haven't heard anybody better than Jean Grey, Pharoah Monch, or Fonte from Little Brother. I just haven't. And those guys, those artists, those MCs are either my age or older. And by 2-3 years. You know what I mean? So whether they're my generation or not, I guess they are. Listening to all the crap now, except for K Dot, nobody can touch them. And I will try. You know what I mean? I'll give everybody a chance. I'll listen to 2, 3 songs, 5 songs. Nobody touches them. They are the best MCs I've ever heard.
So why are the best MCs for you?
Everything you mentioned of the categories, the songs they have, I won't say beat because some of them pick some horrible beats.
Yeah, a
Their
lot.
candor, their lyricism, the content, they could. Fairmont can talk about anything. Fairmont can ride any beat. By the way, he can be on a boom bap or he could be on a trap. It does. Is this the topic, the subject matter? They're all over the place. That's why I like them. They can rhyme over any beat. They can rhyme in any way. It's like poetry. They have all kinds of
So they're versatile,
oh my
versatile.
god, absolutely. Now you set up a drill rapper, put him on a boom bap beat, they can't write it because it don't sound like drill. You put a artist, a trap artist, you give him a beat made by Premiere, they can't write it.
Right.
They suck.
So why aren't they in, I guess maybe the mainstream conversations? Like or
oh the ones I picked?
yeah, like why aren't
I
they
don't
in
know.
many people's top fives? Like, well, it's because I feel like they just, those people are good, they're dope,
They're
but
amazing. I don't want
they
to
just don't
say
connect maybe with
they connect with my generation, but not the I think and I hate to say this, but to make money, like crazy money, it's a young man's game, I guess, right? Because all these artists I mentioned still make music. It's just on a DIY independent level. And they still have fans. I'm still a fan. I will forever be a fan. I still buy their shit. I still listen to their stuff. So
is
it's
their music timeless? Do you think their music ages well?
I think it pushes the envelope all the time because Jean Grey grows. She's now married. She makes music with her husband, who's also famous. I forgot his name, or not famous,
Well,
but popular.
well, Chris, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then little bro, Fonte is still making music, and Pharaoh Monch is in a group now. So it's like they're pushing envelopes. They're growing, and it's great. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these artists
Yeah.
now, they're gonna be doing the same shit, riding the same wave, saying the same shit. It's they're not gonna make it. I mean,
So
they better invest
these are
their
the
money now.
artists. So these are the artists that you would like say you were stranded on an island and you could only take 5 albums with you. Like those would be the artists that you rock with. Rap artists. We're just talking about rap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every Little Brother album, every Jean Grey, especially the one she did with Nine, every Pharoah Monch album. Who
No,
doesn't
it's
like the light?
true. No, you're right though. See, that's why I wanted to have this conversation with you because you do know that hip hop that's like
I love it. It's in my blood.
they do
I
make
pee
great
hip hop.
songs. Yeah, they do have great
I bleed hip
lyrics.
hop. Yeah.
Like they are some solid
Yeah. They have classics. It's just,
artists.
it's not my fault that I think the conspiracy is because the people who are running the labels are putting this negative music in the forefront to where like our kids are listening to it now because it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, back in my day, if we had I don't know, fucking MC8, we also had Arrested Development. You know what I'm saying? We also had Fresh Prince of Bel Air. We also had whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, Drake is actually a breath of fresh air, but then you got the gangster shit, most of the trap shit who was talking about nothing. And it's, the nigger rap and all negative and drug shit. It's just like it's not cool for our audience, our young kids to hear. Like at least I had
Yeah,
Mr.
but a lot
Window.
of the
I
young
had
kids love it though.
I
They
had
love
I
that.
know, but I don't think it's that. I think it's you mentioned before. I think before we got on, like the melody, it's the way. Because if you notice, most kids, especially non-black kids, their list is the chorus. The chorus that gets them up. You know what I'm saying? And then the beat, and then I mean every trap song you could twerk to. It's just you know what I mean. There's not a twerk song. They're all twerk songs. You know what I'm saying? So you could bump. on every damn song. It's the same shit. You add on lyrics and you say it a certain way with added on to a melody. It's like a nursery rhyme. So you get attracted to it. It becomes you're implanted in your brain like a nursery rhyme. So you're more gravitated towards that song.
Yeah,
Now,
like a lot of the mumble rap.
In my generation, it was the sample and the melody, you know what I'm saying? And then the MC would ride the beat, have a cool chorus, maybe a few scratches, DJ Premier scratches, but it was the melody. I mean, if you take a Gangsta or Mass Appeal track, that whole song is Guru was talking about a story and skills and all this stuff, and MC claiming Mass Appeal and all this stuff, and then the beat is a simple Nautilus sample, and he flips. It's just beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And it just goes together. And that was a hit song. You know what I mean? That song charted. It is so simple, and it's like there's a melody, bum, 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 and that's the sample. And you got the boom bap. We're all attracted to drum beats. And then we're going off of what Guru says. We're on every line because there's no chorus. The chorus is a scratch. We're hanging on every word Guru says. That's hip hop. People can recite his lyrics on the verse, not in the chorus, because there is no chorus.
Right. Well, and I think that's the thing too. Like real hip hop is really dope live. Like in the flesh.
Oh, absolutely.
Recordings that I've heard of some of the earlier like hip hop aren't that great, and I don't feel like they translate well on some of the recordings that I've heard. I think that might be a setback for me.
Wait, what's it?
Just like the mix, you know what I'm saying? Like the actual physical sonics of the album.
That's because Stacy's a sound engineer, y'all. So
But no, but
she kind of bougie. She's sound bougie.
No, but it could be gritty. It could be all that. It just certain things you have to hear live, like to really connect with. And for me, I feel like, purist hip hop, real hip hop, those are some of the best shows. Like the best shows I've ever been to are like real hip hop shows.
Okay, today is a Sunday. The last verses for us was KRS-One versus Big Daddy Kane. I hope a lot of young kids watch that to really understand what a battle is.
Right.
Next to the Locks versus the Diplomats, but what a real battle is between two MCs, DJing and lyrics and how to do a show. How one person can command a crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
KRS-One.
Yeah, and you pay attention and you listen. And
you pay attention, you listen, and it helps that everybody knew the songs. We're rhyming with them. When a DJ cuts in and out, we're there. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You don't walk around back and forth with your shirt off and showing off your tattoos and auto-tuning and you're singing. Like, come on, man. That's
the cool of rap. I think rap evolved into something trying to be cool, you know.
Because my thing with trap is like, it don't matter what you say. When that drop comes down, we're all bouncing up because it's the music. It got nothing to do with you. It could be 21, it could be Kodak, it could be Kyle, Drake. It don't matter. You're using the same beat, the same drop. We're all going to bounce at the drop. Yeah. It's not you. It don't matter. You are irrelevant. A DJ could. I've been at trap parties where with you, and the beat come down and everybody's jumping, women are twerking. It ain't got nothing to do.
And I think that's why like producers.
I'm gonna say it's producers' age now.
Yeah, who became more of the forefront.
Yeah, they're putting their name, their dumb name in the track.
Yeah,
It's
because that
stupid.
mumble rap really kind of
You're one in a million,
you
bro.
can't recite mumble rap at a concert. I mean, some stuff you know, but you can't like rap
You
along with
wait for the chorus, or you wait for that
Migos. Yeah, like
pre-chorus.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like it definitely did kind of change where the beat was more of the song, and that's why a lot of people are doing the behind the music, like the Grammys has a whole campaign going on right now. um
mm,
so it's yeah, yeah. But I feel like I said, there's a lot of subgenres to hip hop, and hip hop has evolved. It went from purist to freaking what are you even saying? You know what I mean? Like purist lyricism, lyrics, intelligence to like this doesn't even make
yeah.
sense.
And
So, but there's a
there's
lot of in between that. There's a
yeah,
lot that's in between
absolutely. And there's a lot of lyrics. I mean, lyrics now. You post some cool artists on your IG page, and I follow Hip Hop DX, I think, and other
that. Hmm.
people like that on IG, and they're showing us people, young kids, 20-year-old whatever, who are spitting. You know what I mean? Who care about the craft, and
Like
that's a good
Corday,
thing.
like Corday, he
Kyle's not
oh
gangster at
Kyle.
all. He's just a fun dude. Just wants to have fun and spit. Like he's about it too. So
Yeah,
there's
like
some
there's some
hope
good
there.
ones.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some
no,
cool
there's
ones.
some dope young kids
It's
that
just for me as an older dude, it's still not my lane. I mean, I barely go past K Dot and the whole TD camp. You know what I mean? And
yeah, well I mean, it's your reference point. It's what you grew up with. You know what I'm
yeah, but
saying?
I'll listen to Corday if I'll play him, I'll spin him, but it's not. I'm not going out of my way to listen to the album.
Yeah, yeah. But I do like even what's his name? Freak. Tyler the Creator. Like
Oh yeah, him too. Yeah, yeah. The whole
you know
camp,
what I'm
that
saying?
whole
Like
camp, Earl Sweatshirt, all that.
yeah, like
I
Odd
love it.
Future, like the
I
whole
love it.
Odd Future camp.
Well, not
Like
I wouldn't say the whole camp.
well, I mean, there's a lot that came out of that, like
I
Sid.
yeah, I just yeah. For me, it's Tyler, Earl, Frank, and the internet. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
And so, but there it's like there's good music now for sure with the kids.
Absolutely. You
Like,
just have to dig harder, and with Bandcamp and SoundCloud, there's just too much stuff, man. And I kind of just, for me,
man,
unless it like hits me, I'll just kind of stick to what I like, because the artists I listen to are still making music. OC, Master Ace, Crime Apple, DJ Muggs, and now Chemists are still making, producing. Little Brother, Fonte, all the cats I mentioned before, they're still making music. So I'm supporting those that genre. You know what I'm saying? Because and plus they've elevated so much. You know what I'm saying? They got an order, the voices are rougher, which I kind of hate,
yeah,
but they're still spitting, man. It's great.
yeah. No, it really is. Like you have a great palette for hip hop, and like the Platinum Pied Pipers. Did you put me on them?
Yeah, but they're not hip hop, but yeah,
But they were kind of like
they're
that.
from Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, Detroit has so many great rappers and like artists, in my opinion. Like Detroit has I already know there's a lot of great talent untapped there.
Yeah,
Um,
I say the same. I think Detroit's like Sacramento. Like I think Sacramento
yeah,
has and had a lot of great talent that you guys will never hear, but I was fortunate to hear, and it just sucks that the labels don't
they'll never be a top
go
five.
out
They
there
won't be
or
a top
Detroit.
five. They won't be a top five. Like,
I mean, it depends. You say locally for me, I got top five for a sack, but yeah, yeah. I mean, again, it's all relative. My
yeah.
top five has been the same for a decade. You know what I'm saying? So
But but I'm just saying, like, for this show, like the current mainstream top five that everybody keeps regurgitating, I feel like it needs to expand and it needs to maybe change and start to evolve. And it needs to
Why?
include Drake. That's all I'm
But
saying.
what's the list and who made the list?
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Who's on the list?
an
Why is he
average,
not on there?
because a lot of people don't put Drake on because, like, things that you raised, that he's singy,
But who's
he
on it
he
then?
he doesn't uh well, like I said, the Jay-Z's, the Nas, Eminem,
Oh,
you know.
well,
But
but they're also all older. You just mentioned all those five dudes are older
yeah,
or would have been older. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that
And some people, okay, here's just a couple names I feel like should possibly be in this conversation. Not in
let's
any
do it.
order.
Let's hear it.
Ludacris, of
Oh,
course.
crazy.
Tupac, Biggie. A lot of people want to say Mozzie currently.
Who?
Mozzie.
Current? You're saying currently though? Are you still putting Tupac and Biggie in there, or is this somebody else's list?
No. This is just names that I feel like should be on
Why is
this list.
Tupac and Biggie there then?
I'm just saying on, like, in a top 5
Because if
conversation.
you can't put Tupac and Biggie and you put Mossy in there, that makes no
Correct.
sense.
Yeah. Sorry. Masi, I shouldn't have said anything. You're right. Okay, Lil Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
right? But oh, one thing about Masi, they are trying to compare Masi to Tupac. I've talked, mentioned that to you before. But Lil Wayne,
Ridiculous.
Kanye,
Okay.
I feel like Kanye should be in the conversation.
In the
Like,
conversation, but not on the list.
no, but I'm saying for an
For sure.
evolving,
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
you feel me? Like,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I'm trying to get at.
yeah.
Like,
Don't base him on the last album. Base it on his body of work.
exactly. Lauren Hill, 50.
Ah,
Well, I won't say 50 Cent. E40. I think E40 should be in the conversation. Kendrick Lamar,
he's
J.
older
Cole.
than you. Oh, you're just naming a whole bunch of people. Okay, go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Snoop Dogg, Big Sean, and Andre 3000.
Okay, you could throw Big Sean out of there.
No way.
You
No
could
way.
you could throw him on the wall and
His
watch
wordplay,
him drip.
his wordplay is crazy. Like, if you really sit there
It
and
is
just
now
listen.
because he got his ass slapped by K Dot on his own song. So yeah, now it is okay.
And yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like, J. Cole and him, they could kind of sneak in there. And Kendrick Lamar and E40. Those are some that people never talk about. But little Wayne,
I
he should be in there too.
K. They're not talking about Kendrick. Who's they? You keep saying who's they?
I'm just saying they in general, just in conversation.
I
See,
think
like, you're in a different world, I
I'm
guess,
not though,
too.
because I agree with 50% of your list.
But so I'm just saying, I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm just saying, like, on average, like, I feel like a lot of these guys should be in this conversation
Yeah, I agree.
and not just the usual Eminem, Nas, Jay-Z,
I
blah,
mean,
blah,
the Big Sean is my opinion, but yeah, I think in this generation, including Gen Z and millennials, their top 5 would probably have him, J. Cole, K. Dot, maybe Jay Z. But I don't think any. But
Young Thug. I know
saying that,
if we're talking about young kids, they're gonna put Young Thug in there. But I feel like Lil Wayne or Young Thug just branched off of the Lil Wayne. Like, Lil Wayne
because I'm
opened the
saying like,
door for a
yeah,
lot of these
because
people.
so like my top 5 are people like I kind of not look up to, but that's my generation, right? So the kids now, their generation, like mine, would be, again, KRS-One, Rakim. Uh, theirs would be Kanye, J. Cole,
Drake.
Lil Wayne, Drake, Big Sean. It wouldn't be Young Thug. It wouldn't be Kodak. It wouldn't be 21. You know what I mean? It would be
Oh,
Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
21 and 21 is kind of like these young kids, they probably like him. But I feel
It
like a
wouldn't
lot
be
of
the
those
baby. It
guys,
wouldn't be young little baby. It'll be Kanye. People who made a stamp a lane for those kids.
yeah,
And then
because a
the
lot of
kids
those people
before
can be,
them will be
yeah,
Kodak and 21 and all that. J. Cole, all that shit.
yeah, but
After.
yeah, but I definitely think like and a lot of those guys came from the Lil Wayne branch. For the Lil Wayne,
Yes. Yeah.
you know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
man. Lil Wayne birthed so many
And
littles.
all of that,
Lil
he did.
Wayne birthed so many littles.
Yeah, he did, and youngs,
And
and
and young. Yeah.
seriously,
No,
man,
for real. Absolutely. And so
like
did
the South. Yeah, like when the South came in, it changed hip
so
hop.
did Nicki Minaj. A lot of women, a lot of women follow her first. Like women are got more skills than the dudes. Like I'm not like a big fan, but she got some wordplay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like Nicki Minaj kind of came from a Little Kim.
Yeah, but Nicki got wordplay. She got you're my little sons. You know what I mean? Like she got
Yeah,
wordplay. She got MC.
but I feel
She
like
came from that.
yeah, she would be a top 5 contender over Little Kim, I think.
Oh, 100%. Because Little Kim is kind of tongue in cheek. She's not. She was never like MC. You know what I mean? Like
And
she
I
was
feel
kind of
like
just like no, I don't call her basic, but just like New York gangster. You know what I mean? Rap. You know what I mean? Nothing like surprising. But Nicki had bars though.
yeah, Nicki does. Nicki had bars,
Nicki
and
had
that's
bars, man,
yeah.
and she made it. Like she made
And
millions.
she came out of the trifecta: Lil Wayne, Drake, and
But she
Nicki.
was there. No, but I disagree because she was there before. That's how she got put on because she had the skills before. Not just that camp just pushed her farther and gave her like she had pop songs.
Yeah, after
Nicki had
that.
pop songs and was
Yeah,
spitting bars on pop songs.
yeah. Like, but I'm just saying, like,
She's Missy Elliott with
Yeah,
bars.
Young Money really changed the game
Oh man, they
and
did it. They did it
and ran the game,
fantastic.
the mainstream game. They ran it for a long time,
They killed it.
and so that's all I'm saying.
I mean,
It's like,
they knew like they're saying they knew how to dumb down the singles. Like J. Cole dumbed down his singles, but you listen to the rest of his album, it's pro-black, you know, music, hip hop. But
yeah,
his singles was just like
or just
girls.
conscious. I feel like he's conscious. Like he's just
Yeah,
like a
but I
conscious.
mean, you can't say the N word and be conscious though. I mean, just that's my opinion. You know, Chuck D, KRS, they didn't. Rakim didn't have to do all that to be conscious. Like this, J. Cole kind of like, I'm black. I can say the N word. I'm gonna say N word every other minute. Like, say, relax, bro. We know you're black. It's okay. You don't have to say nigga every goddamn time, bro. That's the only thing I hate about it. He be saying some cool
Okay.
shit, then like throw the N word. I'm like, come on, man. You
Yeah,
can't
I
say
do.
uplift my niggas. No, uplift my brothers.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. I feel you for
Like,
sure.
god damn, bro.
Yeah,
But anyway,
and
I wanted to solidify my top 5.
okay,
And I'd like to get your opinion.
okay.
And this is the top 5 that I had for a decade, and it hasn't changed because I haven't heard anybody. And this is in order. I'll go from 5 to 1.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Micah 9 from Freestyle Fellowship. Some of y'all don't know that. Number 4, Fonte from Little Brother. Number 3, Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def, Black Star. As I mentioned, number 2, Jean Grey. And number 1, who is untouchable to me for years, Pharoah Monch from Organized Confusion.
Really? Wow.
That's in order.
Okay. You're gonna make me go listen to some Pharaoh. See what's up.
He's untouchable.
Yeah.
And slept on, and you know, I mean, he had the the dun 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 dun, Simon Says, and he paid for it literally, and that was about it. But the rest of that album, all his albums, amazing, just so underrated. Like he, of course, the platinum rappers are not platinum rappers. You know what I mean? But to
Right.
me, they should be platinum rappers, like because of the skill level. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Well,
Like,
see,
oh,
that's what's important to you is
that's
the
what's
skill
important to
level.
me. Yeah, but he's good. He has good beats too, though. He chooses good beats too, though.
Right,
So
right. And I
like those
believe you. I
albums
believe
are
you.
are packed, are an overall good package of music because the music is good too. But
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like I said earlier, like Pharoah Monch, Fonte, they could talk over spit and I'll listen because I'm just there for the lyrics. They're
Yeah,
gonna say some crazy
exactly.
shit, like especially Fonte. He's gonna say some funny shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Pharoah Monch is gonna do some crazy wild. You know what I mean?
So
He's
do
gonna,
so their albums, these top five of yours, can you could listen to them front and back and on repeat?
even the ones that I hate the music. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll just because I want to hear what they got. See, that's the thing. I want to hear what they got to say.
Hmm.
I want to,
And you came
sometimes
from that era, yeah.
see, sometimes Pharoah Monch has like stories, but I hate the beat. I can't. I hate it. I won't say I can't stand it, but I can't. The beat's not cool, but I'm there for the lyrics. I'm here for the content. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's just how I love Nas, but everybody knows Nas isn't a good beat maker, good picker. But I'm there
Right.
for the lyrics. I want to hear what he has to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially
No.
King's Disease too. Like there's a lot of beats on there I hate, but there, it's like half and half for me. But I want to hear what Nas is saying at what 40, 47, 48, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
So
so your top five is just lyric driven, basically. That's how you that's how you
that's
chose.
yeah, that's hip hop, right? Hip
That
hop is boom bap
is
and lyrics and
that's the
breakdancing and
purest,
graffiti and
yeah,
DJing,
the purest hip hop, but
the
not this
five
new,
pillars.
yeah, not this other hip
Because
hop.
nobody's teaching them like the mixtape thing. I hate the mixtape thing because it's like it's not the kids aren't doing mixtapes. They're just giving out free albums. There's no DJ on there. You're not using somebody else's beat. You're just what I'm saying. There's no splash DJ splash. There's no nothing. It's just you giving out a free album on that piff or EP or whatever. That's not a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? A mixtape is a DJ scratching all over, you know what I'm saying, doing new content, new lyrics, borrowing other people's beats, showing off your skills as a
Yeah.
rapper. Like that's not important anymore. It's the beat, which is the same beat, and then you talking about drugs or drinking or bitches
Yeah.
and saying nigga all the time. So it's like, where's the creativity in that? I don't get it. And if this is what our young people are listening to, I'm fearful, man.
No, we're already seeing the repercussions of the music that they're growing up to. Like it's just
Yeah,
crazy.
because they're
Every all
putting it
these,
on IG, on TikTok. They're putting it
yeah,
on their
yeah.
page. Yeah,
It's some crazy stuff going on in our world. And like a lot of people say, oh, the music I grew up to, uh people were the drug dealers, and now the kids, this
I
generation,
believe that. Yeah,
they're the drug
they're
users.
on the drugs, and that's
and
facts.
and you could see it, like it's glorified.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
they getting high and tattooing their faces, and then they're gonna
right.
turn 30 and 40 and be like, I can't get a job
Well, I mean, yeah,
because
it's
I ain't got
probably,
no education either. So it's like I got a teardrop on my eye. Never killed nobody, but
you
I
better
put
hope
a
the rap works.
I put an ace on the middle of my forehead. But oh yeah, I should have invested in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
I don't know. It's music is interesting. Like
music is very interesting, especially hip hop, and I think
it's
I think we allowed outsiders to taint it and destroy it. And there's only a handful of real people with talent who are making it, and there's a plethora of a lot of talent out there that aren't getting shine. And that's my
Yeah.
biggest gripe about hip hop music. But yes, there's different genres. I embrace all of them. I might not agree or like most of them, but it is what it
I feel
is.
like it's the most evolved genre. Don't you think?
It's still young too. You know what I mean? It's still young art form. It's evolving. Next one is going to be just toilet sounds and words. And it's going to be called T-rap. I mean, who knows what's
Or
going to
who
be
knows?
next?
Yeah, like I'm really curious to know what comes next. Because like you said, it was like, boom bap, whatever,
Boom bap.
boom bap.
Next is going to be yodeling with words.
Who knows? But
Pull out my
one
nose.
sound, one
Selling drugs
sound,
on the corner
it might.
with
I mean,
my niggas.
look at Kanye. Look at Kanye. He's always pushing the envelope and trying weird, different
Yeah,
sounds.
but
So,
Kanye, he's not the man anymore. So we have to wait for the next person to come. It was Kanye, then K Dot, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, the baby. Now who's the next big guy now? You know what I'm saying? Who's the next?
well, I
Who's going to
mean,
change the game and make it more dumb? Who's going to dumb it down even more?
no, even further, because that's really the direction it's going. Because like these new kids, like a lot of people like the young boy NBA or whatever, and he's like in jail
NBA
right
young boy.
now. Yeah, that guy.
You said it dyslexic.
Oh, I was like, I don't know. It's like
I
that,
know that I don't listen to it. I know that name.
right? Like those guys, all of them, Little Pump. Like
You know what's funny?
I can't listen to any of them. I
We didn't
can't.
talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine, who
Mhm.
worked the game,
Yeah,
who worked himself into the hip hop game and into the gangs.
right.
So and he used the streets to get in the game and profit off of people who don't know nothing about gang life and all that stuff, don't care. It's just his music just makes them bounce.
Well,
It's
that's
all about the
business.
beat.
Yeah, and I think music when it becomes more of a like I think in all genres of music it's more about the experience or the brand or the image to sell the artist
Yeah,
versus the actual
it's a
music.
business now. It's a brand now. Yeah.
It's not even about the music, and that's why there's so much garbage music out here, I think.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree.
know. It's
There's also no discipline like the old heads aren't setting the rules on how to be better. They're just going along with it because they see they're getting money fast, or they're trying to kiss the young audience's ass by going along with the trap and continuing the negative presentations and stuff, and it's not cool. If I'm a young dude and I'm seeing like somebody who could be my dad still talking nigga shit, what's the hope in me getting, growing older and accomplishing anything? I'm still going to be stuck in this same, I guess, behavior. That's not cool. I mean, right now it's cool because I'm young and I'm stupid and I'm impressionable and I'm following your footsteps, but you're still saying nigga and still pulling out guns. You're 50. And
yeah,
you're writing over my trap beats. That's my genre. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You're not setting a cool like race, a cool marathon for me to end to the finish line. It's not. I'm gonna be here in this lane the whole time. You're not showing me anything better,
Hmm.
except for Jay-Z and Nas. But they're not from. I'm from the South. They're not from my hood. You know what I mean? I'm from LA streets. They're not from my hood. What am I seeing? You know what I'm saying? There's no
Yeah,
hope. Like I'm gonna be in this state. I'm gonna keep talking about this. The drug talk, the nigga talk, the bitches talk is working. I'm making money now. I want money now. I want Teslas now. I want everything I see Quavo and them have. I want it now. I'm gonna talk, and this music talking bullshit is making me money now. That's what I'm doing.
yeah.
I'm not
I mean,
thinking about investment. I don't care about no Bitcoin. I don't care about no land. I don't know about none of that. You know what I mean? Until I talk to a lawyer or, or an accountant, you know, because I'm making money, crazy money now. So that's gun talk. That's it. Destroying our people. It makes
Yeah.
money.
Because that's what I don't understand is like when people are like supposedly pro-black, but then your music is all about black on black violence or gangs or
Yeah, tearing
it
down our
just
black women. You know,
yeah.
they're bitches, hoes, and then they're doing it to themselves, twerking out here. You know what I'm saying? Popping it, doing whatever.
But sex sells.
But sex sells
So it's it's all business, it's all money, and it's like
at our expense, at our defeat,
yeah,
at our
profit on
yeah,
our pain.
on our pain, on our mental anguish,
Yeah.
on our the way we forced to live or assimilate living.
Because that's what I do appreciate about like the early foundations of hip hop. It was very conscious and brought awareness. And I mean there was some crazy stuff too, like
Yeah, we had
Two
case.
Life
I mean,
Crew, High
dude,
C.
I
Those
grew
were
up on
some of my
NW.
favorites.
I grew up on NWA, JT Biggerfigure, E40. Okay,
Yeah.
like RBL Posse, like that.
Yes.
Like
All of
Mac
them.
Mall. That's me, dude.
Yeah. Because it's
Every
regional. It's also regional. Music is very your
E
experience with
shot,
music
all that.
is
And
regional.
put Sugar T in there and put Conscious Daughters in there. And then put, the coup in there. And then, then put CMW. And then above, I loved Above the Law. I loved Above the Law. That was my group. So it's like, but I still listen to the Far Side, Freestyle Fellowship, the Knots, you know what I'm saying? Public Enemy, everything East Coast,
We had
everything
a
East Coast.
variety. That's what you're
Guess what I'm
saying.
saying? Like, where's
Yeah.
the variety now? Everything sounds the same. Even New York, every region sounds the same.
Yeah.
It's the
No, it
trap.
does. It's
It's
and
trap.
and it's even such a business that like I could tell what they're selling in a song. Like for a while, everybody will be talking about Patek watches, and then the next thing that comes, people are gonna be talking about the Richard Millie's watches, and then people might talk about a certain drink, or you know what I mean? Like it's very commercialized. Like hip hop is very product placement. Um,
Yeah,
Gucci. You know what I
there's
mean? They'll talk
money.
about
There's a lot of
Gucci or
money. Yeah.
or Balenciaga, like all what everybody's now rapping about drip. Like
Yeah.
everybody's talking about drip. Like it's like almost like keywords and like key products that they're trying to sell to people. And it's crazy to me. It's like it's not even about the music, it's about business and selling products.
Yeah, because if it was about the music, there'd be more people giving respect to their elders, which they're not. There wouldn't be that much trap. There'd be more people paying attention to the content of what they're saying. And if they're trying to sing, they get training and not just put some crap out and put auto-tune on it. They would be more dedicated to the craft, but they know that they can put something down, put it on SoundCloud, and I don't know. I mean, it must drive you crazy listening to them unmixed, mastered songs, dude. And they hitting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there's no effort in the
Well,
craft.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, if you listen to how Ninth Wonder or Jay Dilla or Pete Rock and Premier actually dug in the crates to find the music. I know, people are synthesizing now and everything, but how they put in the work and loved it, you can hear the
It
passion in all the
shows.
music.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's just like stems and, oh, I could put a chord progression here and then filter it and alter it. And then that's the whole damn song.
Right.
Where's the effort? There's programming
Yeah.
now to make chords for me. Get the fuck
Right.
out of here. Like,
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Quantizing. Yeah. Like it is interesting. It's
Get the
very
fuck out of
interesting.
here. Like it.
Yeah. One thing I have noticed, me being Miss sonically pleasing, there's a few songs where I don't know if you've heard it yet, but it might be what's coming up. It's like it's a super slapping song, but it sounds like the speaker is blown out.
They
And
all
it's
sound like the speakers going out.
yeah,
They
but
put
it's
too much
really
808.
Yeah, but it's like the sound that they're going for, and I like it.
Is it like lo-fi trap?
um, yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so.
sounds like, yeah,
And it sounds like it's the speakers blown out
yeah,
and just craziness, like distorted and distorted. And not the lyrics, but the beat.
yeah.
And it's like, dang, okay. Like, but it's like knocking. But I like that feel of it. And for me, all of this is feel. Like I'm all about feel for sure. But so yeah. But one question I did want to bring up is why don't you think Snoop Dogg is on like in the talk of mainstream top fives? He freestyles. He writes all his own records. He's internationally, globally known. I mean, he's put out so many songs, so many varieties of albums and genres of music. Like the man has done it all. Like I feel like people got to respect him a little bit more. And he's a business mogul. Like we could throw that in there. Like, and he's worked with all of the greats internationally. You know what I'm saying? Like he should be he should have been in this top five conversation.
I mean, some people, I don't know. Some people will argue why. It just depends. Like, why would you put Pac in there? Because he had
He had charisma. He made great songs. He sold records. He
really
had,
because he's handsome. He was handsome. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
maybe. I don't
it,
know.
it just depends. Like if you're talking greatest like rappers who made an impact, that's different than rappers MCs off of their skills. Because Tupac he didn't have skills. He wasn't a wordsmith. He was a rapper. He's a rapper's
But
rapper.
he was a storyteller, and
He's
he
a
was just
storyteller. He's not a wordsmith though. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not like a
yeah,
lyricist. Like
right.
Biggie says some
But he was relatable. He related to people.
yes, and so was Biggie. But Biggie would say some crazy shit like, "You look so good, I suck on your daddy's dick."
Right.
Like what nigga saying that and you're not questioning his sexuality?
Yeah.
Like that's the toughest line I've
Pause. Is that
ever
when they would
heard.
say pause?
Right, but there was no pause back then. It was just like
Okay.
that was just a
It was
line
like
that slapped you in the face. I'm like, this big motherfucker said what? Like he
yeah.
will always be in the proverbial like top 10 or top 5 for that line alone. Cause ain't nobody else can do that and not get pushed back for some homosexuality or
Yeah.
homophobic shit.
It was probably like some shock value shit.
Oh yeah, he had a bunch of those, but it's like, why isn't Snoop Dogg on there? Probably because people would just forget, you know what I'm saying? Because they I mean, on the one you mentioned before, I would replace Eminem with Snoop. Because Eminem is a lyricist.
Yeah, but Eminem, honestly, I think well, he's from Detroit, so he's definitely got it. But I feel like he only had like two, maybe three solid records
I know, but
before.
the list that you said earlier, none of those guys are lyricists. Jay-Z's not a lyricist. He's not a, you know what I'm saying? Like
He's good with wordplay.
he's good with wordplay. I mean, he would
And
probably be okay. I take
tendras.
that back. I take that back.
Yeah,
He would probably be number one.
yeah.
But
Jay-Z's dope.
like Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac,
He don't even write his stuff. He just
Snoop.
records his
I mean,
genius.
I think I think he should stop doing that. I need him to start writing again.
Who, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Well, he's always
Cause
been that way.
I need a reasonable doubt to come back out. I mean, I love 444. I'll put that out there. I love 444 because it's a grown man album.
I love it too.
And I've seen behind the scenes where he was just saying stuff, but he also put more thought into that album. That's why it's called 444. But I need the reasonable doubt brother to come back. I need that guy to come back. Because every Nas album, lessons. Every album, lessons. 444 was a lesson. I know he rhymed like you said mentioned, but he put thought into those every line. every line. And Nas, every Nas album is a lesson.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people don't want to think every time they listen to
That
a
part.
song.
That
And I
part.
think, and that's kind of where we are today, like the dub down part you mentioned. So I don't know.
Yeah, we
It's
just want to
interesting.
jump up and down when the drum comes. We just want to jump up and down. We want to say
Just want to
the
party.
chorus. Just want to party. You just want to, especially
But you know
now,
what?
everybody's depressed.
I think we lost.
Put on some trap.
Speaking of depression, I think we lost in violence. We lost a whole generation of sound when we lost Extension and when we lost Juice World. And who else passed? Oh, Pop Smoke. Like all those
And the white
guys.
boy, who's the white boy? The
Little Pete.
Little Pete.
See, I wasn't on him, but I know who, I heard he passed. And like,
well, his music's like Extension, it's like emotional. It's like,
yeah, and that like sad boy and that rage rap, like I
yeah.
loved all of that, like that grit, that sound.
I didn't like any of it, but go ahead.
But no, I loved it. Juice World.
Mm-hmm. Not a fan. I was a fan of Extension though.
Yeah, so
I heard his stuff before he got popular, and his stuff before he got popular was lyrical.
Yeah, no, I like all of those cats, and then
yeah, with Mac Miller too. Like Mac Miller was boom bap until he got more popular. Then he put some trap in his music and got more popular. He knew what time it was, and then he went back
love beats.
to soul.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was very versatile for sure.
Oh yeah, he that was a big that one hurt me the most.
Yeah, so I just feel like we lost a whole generation of a sound, and
I disagree with that because we have more young people now.
Yeah, but like, that was doing that. No, that was doing the rap, the rage rap. Like I like the rage rap. Like and what's his name? 6ix9ine. Mm-hmm. He kind of was doing it, but then
he was doing it.
Yeah, and his stuff is his personal stuff kind of messes that up. But he fell off. He already fell off. Like I don't know, maybe it was Treyway writing his records or what, but they don't have the same. But even
at that time, they gave you a genre. Like who's doing it now? Like some underground guys, right? Probably from New York or whatever. They're still keeping it alive, but like
Cardi. Playboy Cardi, that's his name. He does it a little bit. I like him. He might be the little hope for that sound.
Or we can find somebody and call him Little Hope.
Little Hope. Little Young Hope.
Little
Young Freedom.
Little Young Hope. Little Hope Young.
Young Liberation.
Young Hope Little.
That's so funny. When I used to like dig, search for music online or whatever, I would always skip. There was a period of time, it had to have been like 2012, where it was so many little and youngs that I wouldn't even listen to those. Like I would, like you would see the track, you would see their name, and I would just not listen to it because I'm like, I don't, because I already knew what it was gonna be. Like there were so many lils and youngs, and there's a lot that made it through, but hey, it's kind of funny.
I'm cool on all of them.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool. You have an awesome top 5. I suggest everybody goes and listens.
Yes, please entertain you and get educated, because they all got lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is called talent and bars.
Yeah, I mean Drake has talent and bars too, so he does. He makes great songs, in my opinion.
He makes great. Just want to dance songs. Yeah, I'll never take that away from him. But he will never be Drake the first album or in the first mixtape. Like that's my Drake. That's just me. That's the Drake I like. That's the Drake I miss. He can sing all he wants. He could do. Obviously, he's in a lane. He's making himself money. Like, why would you stop that?
Yeah,
what I mean. But
he's got to get his respect though. Cool. Like he's been
on, like you said, 1 million. He has 1 million subs. 1 million views on every video. He's funny. He's entertaining. Why?
He's a megastar, like for
He doesn't
sure.
need respect from anybody. He doesn't care about the streets. He doesn't care about any of you guys. You guys are making him money. He's making you dance. He's entertaining you. He's making you laugh.
Yeah, but I'm sure Drake wants to get the respect from those people.
I don't think he cares. I thought when
He probably doesn't care now, but
in his multiple thread count sheets, I don't think he cares about what niggas say.
I think he does.
I don't think he does, because if he did, he would have went back on Pusha T.
But you could tell by his music.
He would have kept going at Pusha T, but he
was trying to be mature.
Nah.
I think he was just
like all that shit. He ruined your plans on the Nike thing and talked about your friend who got.
But I think that beef, it went too far. Like
I don't think it went too far. I don't think it did. That's what beef is. This is hip hop.
No, but I think it got personal. Like that's all.
Yeah, 100%.
And that dude, when he shouldn't have did that. But
I think he was fine.
But no, he shouldn't have involved his kids and all that stuff.
Nothing is untouchable when you're battling. It's a battle rap. Sorry. You're a public figure. We knew about it anyway. You just put in a song.
Yeah. But I mean,
with whatever. Good comes with bad.
Right? But I think he had to just cut that short because he's Drake. Like, why does he even have to address that guy?
Because he's making millions. Yes.
Yeah. That's why I think he stopped. I don't think it was like.
But he lost respect.
They've never respected Drake, but people have never respected Drake. They've never respected him.
It depends on who you're talking about, but yeah.
It's just like, just keep it real. They've never.
But it's just opinions, though. It's like anybody, like you love Drake. I don't love Drake. I think he lost a lot of respect with the not writing and switching over and stuff. But
he does write his. But he does write.
He
didn't always not.
Well, now he does now because he's got the formula. Now it's just easy. Now everything is dumbed down, which is what he wanted to make money, because he knows the formula now. Now it's easy.
I don't know. But Drake makes great songs.
Drake could come out with a song called where he's just going cheek, cheek, tongue, cheek, 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 tongue, cheek.
No,
put a trap beat under that.
No, Drake beats.
People don't care. People don't care. He's handsome. He's got money. He's funny. He could do whatever he wants now. He's untouchable.
But he makes great music for me.
I'm just saying.
Because I relate to his lifestyle. And I think that's what all these people, everybody, their top 5 is based off of what they relate to.
Yeah. And he's got a formula and he's sticking to it. And we lost him. The hip hop world lost Drake.
He's a pop star.
We lost him. Just like we lost Nicki. We lost Nicki. Because they making money. It's hard to go back when you're making millions. You know?
Right.
I mean, Jay-Z barely did it with 444. But that whole album, it's a hip hop album and a lesson. So we got Jay-Z back. So it's possible. We got Jay-Z back at 50.
Right. You think he'll do another album?
I hope so. And I hope it's boom bap, and I hope he got no ID, and I hope he doesn't put any trap music on there. Because Jay-Z does not sound right on trap music. I'm sorry. Nobody over 30, over 40 sounds good on trap. You sound retarded.
That On to the Next, was that trap? Is that considered trap? The Swiss Beats track? On to the next. On to the next.
No, you hear those jump kicks?
Oh.
Kicks is
that
crazy.
That was kind of trappy. That was a banger.
Yeah, but I would play that at my sessions. I would play it. I like that song.
Yeah,
that's not trap. I don't consider it trap. You know what trap is? Come on now. After T.I.
Mm-hmm. Oh, T.I. He's one that could have. He's probably in somebody's top 5 in Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably in the same would be Jeezy and Gucci and all the other niggas, but it wouldn't be in mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love rap hip hop.
Yeah, but I think you like the dumbed down stuff though.
I
You
wouldn't
like the
call
stuff
it
that don't
dumbed
make you think,
down.
you don't have to think.
I like good songs. No, I like good songs. Like
Yeah,
I
and
feel
all the
like
songs they're not talking about nothing. What are good songs?
Kendrick Lamar makes great songs.
Yeah, but you
And
didn't
he's
mention
talking
him at
about
all.
something. Yes,
Yes.
I did. Yes, I did. He was on my list.
You go from 2 Chainz to Kendrick.
No, I was just saying from the South. But I feel like I said, all those guys are under Lil Wayne type style.
Yeah,
But
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 T.I.'s not
Two
under
Chainz,
anyone.
he says some stuff. They say lyrics.
No, he does. He does.
Yeah,
But
they
they
say
don't make
stuff.
so does Rick Ross.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Rick Ross has bars. And let's not forget Griselda, West Side Gun, Conway, uh
Yeah.
Benny the
Benny the
Butcher. I mean,
Butcher.
but it's all gun rap. It's like Pusha T. It's all gun. It's all gun talk.
Yeah.
I
And see,
mean,
I
but
don't
they're
really
saying
like that
bars in
though.
that though.
Yeah. But
And then
I
the
just
beat is boom bap.
right. Yeah. No, I like all them, but I just not all the time. I just like to have fun.
Yeah, and that's
And but
fine.
I think for me, like my preference comes down to in the 80s, I was more into like pop music, like Cyndi Lauper, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't
Yeah.
get to hip hop until like the late 80s, like with maybe some MC Light or like Salt and Pepper or
Hmm.
So I wasn't really into that early boom bap rap or whatever. So
Yeah. And then
that's so I don't know. Like I feel like that's probably why I do like what you consider the more like dumbed down music. But
but it's weird, and I'll make this quick. It's weird because back then we had lyricists like Karis One, Rakim. Rakim gave you lessons every dang song. We had PRT, we had Brand Nubian, we had all this pro black stuff. We had Freestyle Fellowship, and they made hits except for Freestyle Fellowship. But they had a good machine behind them. They had radio behind them. It's like, what are we lacking? How come we're not? You know what I mean?
I
Pushing
still
the
think
like
it's because the
the pro
people
black
don't want it.
agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
but
people
now it's like I feel like, and I'm gonna say it. I think young black people aren't proud to be black anymore. I think it's all they're worshiping money, and they don't care. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying the predominant population that loves Drake. They don't care. They just want to party and
no, but
bullshit
I wouldn't
and
even
make
say
money.
but black people I wouldn't even say really fuck with Drake like that. I mean maybe like the Hollywood.
That's what I'm saying. The black people are listening to everything else now. They just want to. They don't care about pro blackness. Like everybody I mentioned, Chris. I keep calling him Chris. Like I know him. Karis One, Rakim, PRT, Poor Righteous Teachers, Brand Nubian. They all had. They were talented and skillful, but also had something to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? DITC. You know what I'm saying? It has something to say. Like,
Yeah.
no, what are they saying now? Nothing.
Yeah.
Do
I
drugs,
think
have fun, crash
yeah,
your car.
I think people who like more of the black folks that like street rap or whatever, they glamorize it. They like it, they glorify it. And
Well,
they
that and
like
then plus they're living it too,
but
but
I
it's
wouldn't
like
say they
the
don't like
dead
it
end.
themselves. I wouldn't say that, but
Um, I
you know
think
what I
we
mean?
all I think we all need therapy.
Yeah, for sure. We
I,
do.
I think we still will forever be in the shadow of slavery and the overseers and redlining and being tortured, and we're still feeling remnants of that, and it comes out in our music. And if the old heads aren't doing their jobs as far as acting their age and trying to act the wage, and they're not teaching the youth, and this is what we're getting. right now.
Well, yeah, they're not teaching the youth because they don't want the youth to overshadow them or be better than them. So I feel like and a lot of people talk about this is that they dropped the ball. Like the old heads, they haven't helped. They haven't stepped
They're
in.
not. Yeah, I
So
brought it up earlier. Yeah,
it could have been different.
it could have been different, but you wanna what do you call it? Cater to them instead of being an OG. You're not being an OG. You're not teaching anybody. You're catering to them because they're making more money than you. So you feel like you're lesser than them because they make more money than you because they just had a smarter team. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And now you feel, oh,
Or the
well, let me
game's
get on.
just different. Yeah, the
And
game
the
is
game changed, and you're not changing with the game. But that doesn't mean like use trap. It's just saying, have a song and then get your agent to put it in a commercial or something, or get sponsored by a soda. Like KRS One got sponsored by Sprite. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I mean,
Yeah.
so did
And
MC
he still
Shan.
yeah, but he still can sell out shows. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
lessons, 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 lessons.
yeah, he like there's a lot of these guys that I'm talking about, or we're talking about, they're not gonna leave a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're
Like,
just it's a drug dealer's mentality. It's like get in, get out, make money, get out.
yeah. But
And
they won't be able to
whatever.
have a show and then hella people
No,
come.
they're not. No, because it's not them. It's the beat. For Drake, it's Drake. I'll give him that. For Lil Wayne, it's Lil Wayne. But for all these other trap artists, it's the beat. It's the same beat, same drop. It's like house. It's like dub.
Yeah.
It's like dubstep. It's like you know what I mean. The
Yeah.
drop comes
And
in.
there's a lot, yeah, it's a lot more. A lot, it's saturated with a lot more people. Cause like back in the day, like when Pac and Biggie were here, it wasn't a whole lot of people on. It was
Yeah.
not a whole lot of people on. And
No,
then when they passed, it opened the gate for so much more.
I will say this, and I don't know if Tyler is 30 now, but like Tyler is the only one who's like he's got bars and he gets the crowd hype. And for some reason,
He puts on a great show. Yeah.
yeah, the crowd which is full of kids loves him. They love Tyler.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't
he's
he
got
didn't
bars,
even
so
need
there's hope.
yeah, he was super indie. He didn't need
Yeah. And
he
then it's
didn't
like, but then
need
you
the machine.
but my thing is like Tyler's crowd is mostly white,
Yeah.
Asian. The black people just want to hear street, and it kills me. Not saying there's no black people in their crowd, because there is, but the majority is like others, and we just want to. Our kids just want to stick to street.
Yeah. But even like the old school, like those a lot of hip hop shows, just period, that I went to in LA, it was others. It
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
any
always been like that. Public Enemy said it before too. Like when they had audiences
yeah.
all white, I mean mostly
Yeah.
white, not all white, but mostly white, even in
Yeah.
America. And I mean that's just how it's been throughout the years. I mean I think that's just how it always going to be. I think other cultures give hip hop more just due than we do ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. I mean, artists now like MCA, OC, the whole DITC, Brand Nubia, they can go overseas and kill. They do
Yeah.
that. They go overseas, kill, sold out shows, everything, because they just appreciate hip hop more. So, and
Right.
this fucked up. We want to stay to the streets. Why?
Right.
Why?
It's yeah, no, that's
And
you're
hip
right.
hop came from the streets, but they were creative with it. We think about it in the 80s, graffiti, all that stuff, dancing, like break dancing with the moves it's ridiculous, but you want to stick to the gunplay. Why?
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing
I
us in the
don't have
wheelchairs.
yeah, I don't have the answers to
You don't
that
have the
one at
answers for it?
all. Not to that one. That is
Yeah, I
beyond
mean
me.
it's definitely,
Like,
social economics and all that shit, but that's where
yeah,
therapy comes in. We need therapy.
yeah, some healing
And
for
and
sure.
we need to act our age. Pull our pants up. We're 40, we're 50. Turn your hats to the front. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe wear a blazer or a sweater at times. You know what I mean? Like act your
Yeah.
age, bro. Because these kids are looking at you like, dang, like there's no growth. I'm going to be dumb like this the whole time. I'm going to be ignorant. I'm going to be in the streets the whole time. Like, you know, you're not in the streets anymore. You got kids now. You're working a 9 to 5 or doing something, or you're stealing meat, whatever. Come on, man. Like
Yeah.
the people I looked up to, the DJs and the dudes I looked up to, like Conscious Vibes and shit, like they looked their age, you know what I'm saying? They were dropping down knowledge to us, and we were learning because we wanted that big brother. You guys got Jay-Z and Nas. Watch how they move. Heineken. Fucking Jay-Z is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's investing in other black, intellectuals. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, they
you want to look at the baby.
Right.
You want to look at Kodak Black.
And all they talk, yeah, it's just woo, it's the devil, if you ask me. Like, how do you glorify just promiscuity, like just hella sexual situations?
And then look at him, like look at Kodak.
Drugs.
Kodak is
in and out of jail.
Not only that, but look at his behavior on Twitter. Like, he's suicidal one time, he's not the next. Like, we're all depressed.
Yeah, but a lot of people love that music, and that's the problem. Like, that's a problem. It just really is a problem.
We need therapy, all of us, entertainers, everybody, especially black people.
We need God.
Well, whatever it takes, but we need to talk to somebody who will talk back to us. Is that what we need?
Or a lot of people just need to talk. I think a lot of people need to just vent and just let things out. Like,
but you need somebody to filter that and dissect what you're saying, because sometimes when you talk, you don't know why you feel this way, and you need somebody to facilitate that, to be like, oh, you feel this way because your father did this, or your mom did this, or you were hurt, by this person who you trusted. Like, people don't even know why. Therapy, they dissect it. They dissect everything.
Ooh.
Everything if you talk, like you said, if they talk and actually share, a psychiatrist, a shrink will dissect everything you're saying and tell you why, and give you exercises to relieve your anxiety or your depression and make you better. But it takes work.
Yeah.
You have to work, and you have to be honest, and you have to talk.
Right. That's interesting.
You guys will do it on beats, but you won't do it in person.
Right. Yeah.
We got to venting on Twitter or your IG, and we don't know if you're going to commit suicide or not, bro. We're scared for you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't recognize their trauma, and that's the first thing you got to do.
Yeah, God ain't gonna do it. You talking to somebody, they ain't answering. You need somebody who's done the work and who's a professional and could tell you what's going on with you.
God answers me when I listen.
I think
but that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole other thing. But I think that's you. You knew the answers. You knew the answers way already. You knew it in the back of your mind. That's God.
Yeah. So, well, thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah, and thanks. Great topic by Stacy. I'm glad we did this one. This was a good one. This was my lane.
Yeah, no,
they're all my lane, but
you were all excited. Yeah, no, I can tell.
Yeah,
actually, it was a good one.
I was doing. Yep.
So cool, man. Till next time, non-perishable goods.